Hi, little babies. Well, you just saw a picture of Saudi Prince Turkey Faisal, who broke with the company line by saying, I categorically condemn Hamas's targeting of civilian targets of any age or gender as it is accused of. Now, when 9/11 happened, Prince Turkey Faisal, he, to me, was the most suspicious character of that whole royal family. I thought he was the mastermind of 9/11. It didn't happen without his okay. Maybe he planned it. But I never liked the guy. I never liked the looks. Now he's saying Hamas is terrible. They killed women and children. They killed you know, they just went on the attack. You know, there's a whole thing of attack, 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 go to war, kill, kill, kill. You know, it's insanity. You know, now why doesn't Saudi Arabia open up their country to the Palestinians and let them all in? They can put them to work as chefs, cooks, uh, waiters, waitresses, bartenders, and those young people from Gaza. They'd love to have an opportunity like that. And Saudi Arabia's got deep pockets. You know, it's not like they're broke. And adopting 2.5 million people is nothing compared to what Biden has done. He's adopted over 12 million people of these foreign invaders who've crossed our southern border. Now they're all on the dole. They're all collecting welfare benefits. Free money from Uncle Sam, from Uncle Joe. You know, these idiots. What are they thinking? I mean, even if you plan something like that, mass immigration in your country, there's going to be ramifications whether you like it or not. Look what those idiot Swedes did. One of the most pure countries, the Nordic white North, and they bring in all these freaking Muslims and third worlders into the country, and it's destroyed Sweden. You know, all these immigrants, formed organized crime units, and they're doing all kinds of atrocities up there to the Swedes, the young women. They get attacked. The young men, they get attacked. Stores are robbed. They're dealing drugs. The president of Sweden has to say, hey, we need the army in here to get control. Now, how bad is that when you need to get the army involved? Pretty bad, man. So anyway, we're talking about Biden, and the guy's clueless. He's out of it. And I'm afraid, just because he's so out of it. I mean, I'm not one to really get jacked up by fear. I mean, I can handle a lot of fear. I've been through some fearsome incidences in my life. And, I think about it. But this guy is nothing but trouble, Biden. He's, in whatever shit he starts, it's going to be bad. And he needs to be commandeered and taken out of office before that gets to that point. I wish he'd just croak out. I can give him a hero send-off. Oh, that's Joe Biden. He's the greatest president in the whole world. Forever and ever. For all time. That's Joe. Boy, he is one piece of work, that guy. You know, it just really tears me up to see this country going to hell under his administration. He's done more damage to this country than any other prior administration, except perhaps Obama. Obama. I'm a sheeple. Obama. But, well, since I'm a deplorable infidel, I got my Trumpy hat on. We love Trumpy, and Trumpy loves us. Remember that. I look at these idiots like Letitia James prosecuting the state attorney general of New York. She didn't know jack about the law. She campaigned on getting Trump. Now she's getting what she wished for. It's all going to backfire and blow up in her face. She's not going to be the governor. She'll be lucky if she keeps her bar license. You know, it's fantastic to me that so many people of these kind of ne'er-do-well skills and abilities have made it so far up the ladder of success, if you want to call it that. I call it the ladder of idiots. Seems like the crap rises to the top. But, you got the district attorney down in Georgia, Fulton County, Georgia. He's going to get all them boys for conspiracy to throw the Georgia election to Trump. And she's way over her head, too. And then you get that crazy judge and prosecutor going after Trump on the records that he had down at Mar-a-Lago. Ooh. But what they didn't tell you about all the records Joe Biden had, and he took when he was the vice president, he had no authority to. See, we are in a conundrum because he's party hacks. Their only allegiances are to the party. They're like Hitler and his party, the Nazi party. Roland Freisler, he was the evil Nazi judge who ever appeared before his court for trial would automatically almost be found guilty and sentenced to death. I mean, this guy, he had a production line of prisoners that he found guilty and sentenced to death. And, then we got like, our Attorney General, Merrick Garland. Oh, he hates white supremacists because he was the sap who ended up having to prosecute Tim McVeigh in the Oklahoma City bombing. But if you do some research on that whole thing, there are a lot of anomalies that went unexplained or covered up. So, you can hear the government's line of BS and you got to take it for, what they tell you. I mean, unless you can prove something different, which is almost impossible. But they did have a bunch of government workers that cleared out that morning. And they had a military expert, some general, I forget his name. He did a video. It's on YouTube somewhere where he debunked the whole government theory about, a van outside the courthouse caused this massive destruction at the Oklahoma City courthouse. And he could prove it, too. He had a mind-boggling array of facts. So, I was always leery about Garland, when he took such a prominent role at Oklahoma City and went after Jerry McNichols and Tim McVeigh. Believe me, I'm no fans of those guys. They're evil and twisted minds. They're sick. But, when you blame everything on white supremacy, colonialization, you're just looking for an excuse to, grind your axe and take some heads, chop them off. Well, I remember when the 9/11 attack hit. I was upstairs with my parents and they yelled at him, Matt, get your ass down here. Dr. Mady, get your ass down here. I knew the tone of their voice. It was something serious. So I had it down just in time to see the second plane hit the tower. And going, holy crap, man. Who would think of something so sinister and so evil and so depraved? And it just boggled my mind. It still does today. I can't get over it. I never will. All those people got sacrificed. All the safety people, the firemen, the policemen, and all the people just happened to be in the mid area when the towers came down and, got hit by 12 by 16 pieces of glass and sliced in half. A couple people were outside the building, and then people were jumping to get out of the smoke. And they landed on the pedestrians below them. They're just so desperate. They're so scared. They're so frightened. They had no option. It was either jump, or be burned alive, or suffocate in the smoke. If you've ever been in a big fire, the smoke is so thick and intense. You take one whiff of it where it fills your lungs, it'll knock you down. I mean, it's wicked stuff. And even if you have like a towel, a wet towel over your face, it hardly does anything. That stuff's still going to get inside your nostrils and your ears and your throat. And, unless you have the proper equipment, it's almost impossible to escape the effects. Well, but I'm real sad about how the world has turned out. Now everybody's hating each other. They're rattling nuke weapons like they were toys. Hey, Vladimir, do you want to play with your nuclear weapons? Oh, it's your friend Joe over in America. We can nuke each other and have fun. We can kill millions of people. And they don't care. They're just having fun, too. These people drive me nuts. But I guess that's my rant for right now. But it's very upsetting to me what's going on. I'd like to stop it. I look at the great Caesars, the great emperors of Greek and Rome, who could get things done because they had the ultimate power. Some of them were so very powerful that people nodded to them, bowed to them, and said, yes, yes, Emperor, yes, Caesar, because they respected the man. Now nobody respects anybody. Everybody calls everybody else out. Hey, come on, man, let's duke it out. I'll kick your ass, bitch. So, that's about the lay of the land here in America on October 21st. It's 1:25 a.m. here on the East Coast. So we'll wake up tomorrow and see what happens, see if Israel starts a ground invasion yet. That'll be a real meat grinder. Oh, the Hamas's are in the rubble waiting for the IDF soldiers to come in. Come on in, little IDF soldiers. We have treats and presents for you. We have all kinds of bullets, and we have landmines, booby traps. Oh, we can even set you on fire. I mean, these guys, the stuff they concoct to hurt somebody is just unbelievable. But I wish they'd back off. They need to surrender and issue a fucking apology. I'm sorry for my harsh language. But it needs to be addressed. And now the Turks are getting all geared up to fight America. And then if the Turks go attack American interests, then the Russians will be there. Pretty soon, the North Koreans and Chinese will have a big party. Just give me some good acid. About a pound of mushrooms, magic mushrooms. Just so I can get through that time. Because nothing will make sense. It all seems so crazy that it's unbelievable anyway. So, listen, behave yourself, little babies. Because, Dr. Matey loves you. Yes, he does. Remember that. All right, bye-bye. Love you.